Hey friend, hey! I know I have had such a long break since my last video, but I'm back and of course new background. Hence the title of this video, which is all about your girl is on a break. She's on a sabbatical, she is on a career break, she is on her personal pause and reset. And yes, so I am coming to you from Athens, Greece, which is my first stop on my sabbatical. And yeah, so I feel like before I dive into all the travel stuff and all of that, I kind of need to bring everybody up to speed in terms of my sabbatical, why, when, how, all this great stuff. But yes, so I started my sabbatical on July 21st. 2024. And what is today? August 6th. So my first stop has been Greece, like I said. And yeah, so how, why, where, when, all of that, let's get into it. So I pretty much knew for some time, I would say over a year, maybe 2 years, that I wanted to take a break, and that the timing in my personal life just didn't align at that moment 2 years ago or a year ago for my sabbatical. But I kept on having that thought in the back of my mind, what if I took off some time and just relaxed, traveled, and just take a break. For me, what was coming up was at work, I wasn't feeling fully fulfilled, like I'm growing. It just wasn't syncing up for me in terms of kind of what I want to do, where I want to be, where work is concerned. I love the people I work with. I really, really enjoy marketing, which is what I do for some people who may not be aware. But I wanted to grow, and I kind of wanted to try different things, and that just was not kind of syncing up for me. So I just continued to do really good work and try to be as focused as I was there. But I was really just still, when you're not feeling fulfilled, then your energy kind of begins to dip, and that was happening for me. And then I was kind of not really feeling Harlem as much. And for those who don't know, I lived in Harlem. And so I also wasn't exactly sure, would I stay in New York? Would I stay in New York, but then maybe live someplace else? I just wasn't sure. But when my lease renewal came up, that was a good kind of breaking point to say, okay, don't renew the lease per se, and go back into another year of being in a space that you're not really fully 100. It's not 100% gut yes. This is a good time to kind of take a break and figure out exactly where you want to be, what you want to do. So a year, 2 years ago, when the idea started to come up, I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe a good time to break is when I get to my my lease point. And so when that came up for me this May, I was just like, oh yeah. And so I just started preparing for it. I started getting rid of my storage, trying to do my best to kind of reduce all the things that I had. What could I give away? I mean, the amount of trips I made to the Salvation Army and to different donation places was insane. So, I just started to make little steps, reducing my expenses on a lot of entertainment stuff. So I really cut back on going out, eating out, and just every little bit, every extra money that I would get, I would always just save that, and just really started to really reduce my expenses as much as I could. So I did that in preparation to take the break, and like I said, I knew I needed the break because the cylinders weren't syncing up. It wasn't syncing up with, where I was living, what I was doing in terms of work, and then just in a more spiritual space as well. I just didn't feel it. I was just I just knew I needed a change, and I knew I needed a break as well to be able to align into that next change, that next season, that next wave. And every time I would pray about it, I just kept on getting confirmation after confirmation. It's time. It's time time to step away from the things that have really run their course in how they've been able to serve you, and also take a step of faith in the direction that may be more unknown to you, and rely on God to guide me. So that's kind of what really happened. And you know, I like to have stuff like really penciled out, and I'm kind of in this phase where it's not as penciled out. Even my travels at the moment, I'm kind of going with the flow. You know, I booked a one-way ticket to Greece, and I'm here now. And I booked a 1 week Airbnb, and I was just like, okay, well, what after that? And then after the week of the Airbnb, then I went to one of the islands, and I'll put that all in my next video. But yeah, that's kind of how it's going for me so far. So far, I'm really enjoying it. I am feeling like myself again. Like I'm feeling like lit up again, you know? And I think that really is because I am, one, resting. Like I was also surprised at how much I was like sleeping. And, but I think it's a really good thing. I think it's a really good thing. And how excited I am just to even navigate a place that I'm not comfortable with and it's not familiar to me, you know, pulling out the map or getting on my Google Maps and trying to figure out how to get from one place to the next place. And even that in itself is like so gratifying, you know, being able to do that. But I'm really excited about my sabbatical and where it will take me. So for now, I am going to be on the sabbatical until the end of the year. And I'll keep you posted on all the new countries and places that I go to, and I'll let you know how that goes. I am traveling with my Kinsey, my dog, and I was trying to, I guess she went to her room, honey. She's, she, if anyone knows Kinsey, she's very extra. And still, as Jamaicans will say, so she's gone into her little bag. But I am traveling with her, and so that in itself has also been like a whole new experience as well. So I'll also do a video to talk about how I prepared to travel with her, all the things that's needed, how I got her a European Union pet passport and how you do that, because it's a whole process. But I've been traveling with her, and I'm so grateful and thankful that Greece is like such a pet friendly and dog friendly country. It's just been amazing. Like everybody is out with their dogs, they go everywhere, and it's just been really conducive to be able to navigate like this country and the different cities here with her. So I really appreciate that. Let's see what else about my sabbatical that might be interesting. If I wrote down any notes here, hold on. Maybe what I hope to attain from this. Well, one, I want to definitely be rejuvenated and rested, refreshed, of course. I want to be also and be more clear about like my next steps after this sabbatical is over. What do I want to do? Where do I want to be? All that stuff. I'm looking for a little bit more clarity in that space after that. And what else did I have been like a big thing for me? I've been journaling about this for so long, and talking to my therapist about this for so long. So I'm trying to think what else that's usually top of mind for me. And also tap into my creativity a bit more. That for me looks like more consistently putting out some videos too. Making sure that I'm putting out videos and sharing kind of what's on my heart and what my experience has been. So tapping into that creativity piece in terms of that. So I would say more content creation is going to be an extension of creativity for me. And my photos, like photos that I take, photography will be an extension of the creativity piece. So I want to do that too. I want to kind of tap into and use my creative muscle a little bit more. I want to be rejuvenated. I want to have more clarity. I think also my sabbatical on the more spiritual sense is really teaching me like how to lean into my faith more, and that has come up for me numerous times even already, just leaning into my faith more, and into like what God is kind of impressing upon my heart or guiding me with too. That's been like that muscle is being sharpened, and I could sense that too. And I just kind of want to have a little bit of fun too. I think I've been in a space of like grind a little bit, and just really caring and thinking about others a lot, which is very natural for me and I enjoy doing. But sometimes I could overdo that and not like tap into like, self-care for myself, and not self-care in the sense of like getting your nails done, getting your hair. Like I pretty much always do that. That I'm just kind of into that, but in terms of like just tending to myself and what do I want to do and what do I want to experience, and like putting that at the forefront again. So yeah, I'm on my sabbatical and I'm really excited. If you want to take a sabbatical or take some time off, I am all for it, especially women of color. I think taking a break is such a radical expression of freedom. It's a radical expression of liberation. It's a radical expression of yourself. And I think particularly Black women, I think we are so accustomed to working, and we're accustomed to overworking, that the concept of giving yourself the permission to take a break can feel very foreign. It could feel very uncomfortable. It could feel very self-serving. But those are all things that are, it's okay to be self-serving. I think sometimes, Black women, we forget that, or we don't feel fully comfortable in saying, hey, I want to take a break. I want to do something just for me. And you can, and it's okay. And I would dare say that our ancestors gave a lot of their life for you to be able to say, I want a break. I want to rest. I want to just travel, or I just want to do it. I don't want to do anything for this period, in this period or in this season of my life. I think those are things that, our great grandparents and such could not fathom doing, because they always had to grind. And I think as I started my sabbatical, I started to realize like, wow, this is really, this is one really a real gift that I'm being afforded for myself and that God's giving me. But then it's also such a radical expression of freedom. And I definitely hope that everyone can experience it at some point in their life, to whatever extent, whether they take a few weeks off, they take a month, they take a year, whatever they do. I think ease and rest and leisure are things that Black people, Black women can have and should have. And so that's why I'm excited about my sabbatical. So that's it on my sabbatical. And I will definitely get going on some of the other videos about my Greece travel so far, how I got my dog here, and my experience on the Greek islands so far. And yeah, so thank you for checking this video out, and stay tuned, subscribe, because I will be updating you with more travel information about like where I'm going, what I'm experiencing, and just my story. So thank you. Bye.